morning's technical evangelist from the UK. Now, I've been following Raspberry Pi since its infancy, but I have to see something as amazing as this and using it. Give me the details.
Right, so we've got a off-the-shelf radio control car, just a standard one that we've bought from the shop.
Standard RC.
Yeah, we've ripped the radio receiver out. We've taken a Raspberry Pi and a PWM controller board, which is a really small, like 8-pound circuit board that we can communicate with the Raspberry Pi in. Hooked it all up. We've hotwired the Raspberry Pi into the battery coming out of the car, so it's been powered from the car's own battery. And we've got a Wi-Fi router under the car's body as well, which is a really small Wi-Fi router about the size of this sticker, plugged into the Raspberry Pi and being powered by the Raspberry Pi. And what that's given us is we've got a completely self-contained power supply, we've got our own Wi-Fi hotspot, so we're not relying on anyone else's Wi-Fi, and we've got a Raspberry Pi that can control the car. So what we did is we then took the WebSphere application server Liberty Profile, which is an application server, installed that on the Raspberry Pi, put an application on the Raspberry Pi that if you connect to it, you can go to a web page with your mobile phone, your tablet, or your computer or whatever. And if you scan that QR code, you get taken to this web page, which is just a basic JavaScript web page, there's no app needed. And from it, I can drive the car straight away. So what happens is when I put my finger onto the control pad here, it sends a signal to the application running on the Raspberry Pi, which sends a signal to the motors that tell it to turn, or tell it to go faster, or maybe a little bit slower, even faster than that. And I can basically drive the car from a web page. What we can do is we can, instead of running this as a Wi-Fi hotspot, I can connect it to a network with the internet access, and anyone from around the world with internet access and the IP address of the car can drive it from anywhere in the world, which is what we have done. We've had people in Germany driving the car while it was in our lab in the UK.
That's cool. So the next question is you're going to put a camera in there?
Absolutely. We've got a Raspberry Pi camera already. We're working on it straight away. We've not quite got it finished for Innovate, but it'll be done within a couple of months, hopefully. And yeah, you'll be able to see what you're doing driving it, so you'll have your phone out, you'll be able to turn it by tilting your phone, you'll be able to see where you're going, you can take it anywhere.
The cool part about this is you've take it to the RC level, but then also, could you imagine this in businesses if you want to go visit your coworkers, remotely, or even take this into schools or medical? Like, there's so many different things you can do with an application of that nature.
It's a good bit of telepresence, and it's just a bit of fun that anyone can put together with just a few,
And what's the end of the day? How much you spend here? It's a Raspberry Pi, about $25-35.
Yeah, so it's about $30 for the Raspberry Pi. About most of the cost was the actual card and the battery for the car. We're looking at less than $200 here, and of that, the car was about half. So, it's a significant, a very, very cheap, fun project. If you've already got a car, then it's less than $100.
And that's some amazing stuff.